Hello guys, welcome to my channel where I'll be reading one of my own original stories, and hopefully if this does well, I'll continue to read more original stories in the future. Thank you for coming and I hope you enjoy. Eleonora's Academy of Magicka, Ken Granfold. Chapter 1, Ken Granfold. Southwest of the continent Elenora, a dark blue Macedonic dragon drifted above the forest of Zen Island, with the gentle breeze brushing against its white mane. Resting atop the beast's head was a teenage boy, his deep brown eyes staring into the infinite blue skies, with his curly chestnut brown hair dancing in the wind. "You're awfully quiet, young Master Ken. Are you nervous for today?" the dragon spoke. "Nervous? Don't be silly, Volterra," Ken replied as he sat up straight with his legs crossed. "Today's the day I'll finally be allowed off Zen Island. My body and mind are raging with excitement and curiosity. I'll finally be able to be with people my own age." Volterra chuckled at his master's excitement. "I'm glad to see you so excited, but don't let your curiosity get the best of you." "What's that saying you mortals like to say again?" "Ah, that's right. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. That's the full saying," Ken responded. "I've been on this island for as long as I can remember, and I've only ever read about the outside world in books and heard stories from Grandpa and the others. Now I'm finally getting the chance to experience it myself. From here on out, there is no holding back." "Well then, you best be heading back. I'm sure your Grandpa is waiting for you." "You're right." Ken stood up before leaping off the dragon's head and down into the trees below, landing on a sturdy tree branch. "I'll be back to get you later. For now, head back to your cave." "Will do, Master," Volterra obeyed before flying off in the opposite direction, towards the cave where he nested. Jumping branch to branch, Ken swiftly made his way to his home, which was a wooden cabin built in a small opening of the forest. Parts of the cabin were covered in vines and moss, giving it its own unique beauty. Jumping down from the final tree, the young boy walked up to the cabin door. "I'm home," Ken called out before entering. The inside of the cabin was nothing special. It looked like any other normal home. Ken looked around and saw no one. "Hey old man, you home? Surprise!" 4 people jumped out of hiding, throwing their hands in the air before making party poppers explode, covering Ken in confetti. Ken knew this was coming since he overheard his grandma planning this 2 days ago, but since he didn't want to ruin it, he acted surprised. An elderly lady, looking to be in her late 60s, with short grey hair, walked up to Ken and pulled his cheeks. "You're not fooling anyone, you cheeky brat. You saw this coming, didn't you?" "Oops," Ken nervously chuckled. "Thank you, Grandma Edna," he thanked. Jumping in to hug Ken, an overly excited girl with long peach-colored hair embraced the boy in her arms. "Ken, today's a big day for you. I wish you the best of luck." "Vivian, you seem to be more excited than me," Ken giggled. "You're finally going to be around people your own age, instead of hanging around old heads like us," a middle-aged man spoke. "Speak for yourself, Mark. I'm only 20, so I'm still young," Vivian spoke, not liking the fact that she was cooped up with the elder folks. "Okay, now listen up, Ken. This is your first time leaving the island, so please do be careful," Edna said as she pulled a string of confetti out of her grandson's hair. "I will try my best, Grandma Edna." An old man with a body and physique that would put professional bodybuilders to shame placed his hand on Ken's shoulder. "Boy, today you will be enrolled in the so-called prestigious school for young mages, known as Eleonora's Academy of Magicka, where supposedly powerful mages reside." Gripping the young boy's shoulder, the old man's eyes lit up in bravado. "Don't hold back, Ken. Show these kids everything you've got. You trained under me, so I doubt those half-wit mages can challenge you. Show them your might. Show them your magic." Ken's eyes opened as wide as he could, his body fired up with excitement from his grandpa's speech. "You got it, old man. I'll crush all those that stand in my way. That's the spirit, boy." Both Ken and his grandpa started laughing hysterically. "I knew letting that muscle-brained August raise Ken was a bad idea," Edna signed in disappointment. "Don't get too carefree, Ken. Eleanor's Academy of Magicka has mages that will beat you if you underestimate them," said Mark. "It's also a very high-stake academy where almost everyone is trying to achieve something, whether it be big or small," Mark continued to speak. The more reason for me to get fired up, Ken spoke with excitement. Remember to make lots of friends at your new academy, as friends are what gives one hope and strength to keep moving forward, Edna spoke as she neatened Ken's hair. I plan to make as many friends as possible, Ken responded. I know you're excited, but don't be a troublemaker, alright? Mark added on. I'll try not to be. Also, get yourself a girlfriend so you don't live alone like Grandpa August, Vivian giggled. Well, seeing as how I've never spoken to any girl around my age, it's going to be awfully hard to achieve that, Ken replied, a little flustered. Don't worry, with your looks and the stuff I've taught you over the years, I'm almost certain you'll be able to find love, Vivian reassured Ken. Love is a powerful emotion that can even make one's magic stronger. So pick the right girl and don't be a hopeless romantic like Grandpa. Vivian continued to tease August. Love, Ken muttered to himself. All right, if you guys are done, Ken has something to show you, Grandpa said a little grumpy. Apart from August, no one else knows about Volterra. August kept it that way due to him not wanting Edna lecturing him about the responsibilities of looking after a child. She lectures August every time he would let Ken do something dangerous when he was a child. So you can imagine how much she would have gone off at August for letting Ken keep a dragon. I don't know how they will react, but I do know Edna is going to lose it at the old man, Ken thought to himself with an uneasy smile. Ken led the way with everyone else following behind him. It took a few minutes walking through the forest, but they made it out into another opening of the wood where a large cave stood. Nothing could be seen except for complete darkness, with a cold breeze passing out of it. You guys might want to stand back, August instructed. They were confused, but they did as August said and moved back a few meters. This should be fun, Ken mumbled to himself. Taking a deep breath, Ken shouted, Volterra, come out now! Volterra, Mark thought to himself. The cold breeze coming from the cave became intense before Volterra flew out of the cave at intense speeds and soared high into the sky, a couple of 100 meters above the island. Volterra let out a thunderous roar that echoed throughout Alden Island, shaking the sky and the earth. Stretching his body, Volterra revealed his light blue underbelly, with his bat-like wings stretched out 7 meters wide. The webs of his wings were translucent blue that glowed with the sunlight. Volterra flew low above the forest, putting on a show for everyone. They were all speechless. All they could do was stand there with their mind blown, watching as Volterra flew around. Volterra finally flew down and landed behind Ken, towering over him as his golden horns sparkled in the sunlight. His two feelers that grew out from each side of his jaw moved around as if they had a mind of their own. You called for me, young master, Volterra spoke as he flexed his massive wings before folding them onto his back. And that's the end of chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if the voice acting was bad. This is my first time, and hopefully I will get better. But yeah, thank you for listening again. Leave a comment if you like, and please like and subscribe as it will help my channel grow. I'll release chapter 2 as soon as possible, and maybe I'll even get a scheduled date. But thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.